That's a huge building.
Good evening, George.
We all set? Everybody set to begin?
Yep.
So is Mary done? She's not on, right?
Mary's done. She's moved. I guess what? We have to make sure we get her off the roster.
I thought
Mary is off the agenda, and they have inadvertently left me down as an alternate member because I have been sworn in to replace her. My commission is to March of 22.
Okay, so we're back to 4 people on the board, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
No,
Are there has anybody applied recently?
and I know the select board even sent out, the message trying to encourage people to sign up. We're having a hard time at planning board too. It's hard when you don't meet in person.
Yeah. Okay.
Hard
All right,
anyway.
I'm going to declare the Barrington Zoning Board of Adjustment called to order. Today is August 19th, 2020, and I'm going to read the notice that we're required to read. As chair of the Zoning Board of Adjustment, due to the COVID-19 coronavirus crisis and in accordance with Governor Sununu's emergency order number 12 pursuant to Executive Order 2020-04, this board is authorized to meet electronically. Please note that there is no physical location to observe and listen contemporaneously to the meeting, which was authorized pursuant to the governor's emergency order. However, in accordance with the emergency order, this is to confirm that we are utilizing the Microsoft Teams for this electronic meeting. All members of the board have the ability to communicate contemporaneously during the meeting through the Microsoft Teams, and the public has access to contemporaneously listen and, if necessary, participate in the meeting through dialing the following phone: 1-603-664-0240 and conference ID 532202252, or call 603-664-0330 or email jhuckins@barrington.nh.gov. Again, today is August 19th, 2020, and it's 7 o'clock. Please note that all votes that are taken during this meeting shall be done by roll call votes. I'm going to call the roll. Ray Damaris.
Here.
Cheryl Huckins.
Here.
George Bailey.
Here.
And Chair Works. And I just want to notify that anybody participating that we only have 4 members of the board. In order for anything to be approved, it's a minimum of 3 votes, even though we only have 4 members. So the first thing we have is a continued matter from July 15th, and it's 250-101-NR-20-ZBA. The owner, James Sakosha, is the applicant present.
Yes.
Mr. Sakosha, do you want to tell us the changes to your plan?
The changes to my plan is I took 2 feet away from the side to drop the variance of encroaching on the property line by 8 feet down to 10 feet. So it is going to be a 26 by 38. I also do have a letter from the immediate abutter, Terry Hill.
Has that been provided to people?
I believe
Vance?
Barbara had emailed.
Yes, we received it by email, Karen.
We got it by email today? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, not today, I think it was yesterday.
Okay. So Jim, I just want to note that in the minutes, the last time you said it would be 26 by 34, but you've decided to go 26 by 38.
Correct. That was my mistake, as I had rushed and didn't check my surveyor. But on my original print, my surveyor had written down 32, so that's why I went to 34. And I went back to get the building plans changed, and I looked at the building plans, and the building plans were actually originally 28 by 36. So the number was off the long way, 32, and I wanted to get it at 34, but originally it should have been 36 to 38.
Okay,
That's my mistake.
so the let's see. Your new one is 26 by 38.
Correct.
I'm looking at Terry Hill's, or Hall's, is it? Yeah, Terry Hill, the letter that says he's in favor of it or not opposed to it. Is he the abutter to the immediate east of, west of your proposed addition?
Correct.
He's tax map 250 lot 102?
Yes.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for Mr. Sakosha?
I just want to note for the record that Mr. Sakosha and myself, we do serve on the Board of Selectmen, and I in no way receive or giving anything on my views on this application.
Thank you. I'm going to note that the 26 by 38 at the stream end, it's 15 feet instead of 10 feet, so it's moving further away from the setback. Anybody else have any other comments?
I have none.
Anything?
Chair.
Nothing.
Sure. No. All right, is there a motion? Oh, wait.
Did you want to open and close public hearing? Oh,
Anybody else here to speak in favor of the application? Anybody else here to speak in opposition to the application? Hearing none, we'll close the public portion of the meeting and the board can discuss, and I'll entertain a motion. Any comments from anybody?
I have none, Madam Chair.
No. Ray?
Make a motion, we grant the variance. A special-
Second.
Is it a variance or a special exception? Right.
It's a variance.
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 And George seconded it. I'm
Correct.
going to call a roll call for people's votes. Cheryl?
Aye. Yes.
George?
Aye.
Ray?
Aye.
And Chair Karen Forbes, yes. So it's a vote of 4-0. Your request for a variance has been approved, Mr. Sakosha.
Excellent. Thank you guys so much.
Have a great night.
Yeah, you too.
Now, there's another matter, Mr. Kelsey, I think, has asked for a continuance, and that's 261-39-GR-20-ZBA appeal. And I think that technically we have to have a motion to approve it and have a date certain that it'll be rescheduled to.
I have a question before we proceed on that. So the legal documents that they provided the last meeting, that was the justification for the rehearing, does that continue to be part of the record? Because I suspect we're going to see, based on my comments from the last meeting, something different coming from them.
We'll have to see, well, it's all part of the record, if that's your question. Okay,
Yes.
anything submitted as part of the record. If
Yeah.
there's conflict between what was originally submitted and what subsequently submitted, you're free to ask questions about it and just pin down what ultimately he's planning to do or wants or whatever.
I
Okay,
agree.
but it's
Yep.
all part of the record.
So I make a motion, we grant the continuance to next month, whatever the date is.
Let's find out what the date is. Marcia, do you know what the date is, or John?
I want to say the 16th, but.
Yeah,
let's
that's
see.
what I get, is the 16th would be the third week.
Okay, good. Okay, good memory.
It's September 16th?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So George, there's a second.
I'll second.
Cheryl seconded it?
It's okay, either way.
All right, I'm going to call the roll call vote. Ray,
Yes,
George,
Yes,
Cheryl,
Yes.
and Chair Karen Forbes, yes. So that is continued to September 16th. I guess the only other thing we have is the minutes. Has anybody reviewed the minutes?
make a motion to accept as written.
Is there a
I
second?
think do we have two of them or just one? Just last month, right?
July 15th.
Yeah, I'll second. They're good.
Okay, Ray, do you have comments or something, or?
Nope.
Okay, I'll call the vote. Ray,
Yes.
George,
Yes,
Cheryl,
Yes.
and me, yes. Okay. I guess we don't have anything else? Any other
Motion
new
adjourned.
business?
Very good.
Second. Second.
I'll take a vote. Ray,
Yes.
George,
Yes,
Cheryl,
Yes.
And I vote yes. So we have adjourned our meeting.
7:09. Awesome.
Is there a new record?
Before you leave, Brendan, what were you here for? Oh, he's left.
Yeah,
He-
he's
I
not-
no,
thought
he
I
was
was
there
trying to
for
get
the
a member for you, but
continuance.
it didn't work.
He was there for the continuance.
Oh,
oh,
Can we clarify too, because we were under the impression you require somebody be there to ask for the continuance?
we have not in the past. We should have somebody, since we can doing it Zoom, it's not a big deal to have somebody on to do it, as opposed to having somebody come to a meeting. So I think we should, from here going on, have somebody come in and formally ask for it. And then, again, we have also, which we shouldn't have been doing probably, is granting
Oh, you're-
service to people. So,
Oh, can you say that again? You froze up.
so what I'm saying is we used to just agree to it on email. We shouldn't have. We should have been doing it in a meeting and rescheduled to a date certain as part of that meeting. We just kind of short circuited it, but we should, now that we're doing Zoom, it's not a big deal. It's easier to do it on here.
Okay,
Okay.
totally agree.
All right. Any other?
just so everybody knows, Connor has ordered a program so that when we can go like partially meeting and partially, do like the Zoom type thing. So we might end up doing some type of hybrid meeting as things go on, so it's, people can get together if they need to.
Is that supposed to take care of non-public comment?
It's, Connor said that there's certain things that people can get together for, but I guess until the governor undeclares the emergency, you can still meet without everybody being in the same room.
Okay, thank you.
You can have meetings up to 100 people, but it's whatever. I mean,
They had over 100 at the last school board meeting.
I know, you can have up to 100.
The problem we have is we have to use the school and they don't want us to go in there.
Yeah, there's other issues too, like should you? Just
Yeah.
because you can, should you? That's another issue.
And
Right?
we don't have a space.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I have an in-person meeting in Berwick tomorrow night, and I had an in-person meeting in Newcastle. Okay, the meeting in Newcastle was it was like a rec center or something like that. And the one in Berwick is at the town hall. So, but they're not in the schools.
I wonder what it costs to run a tent. Well, good night, everybody. Stay safe. We'll talk to you next month.
All right.
All
Good night.
right.
Night.